Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Doc Padama. This time I will be sharing with you how to write your research paper using the IMRAD format. So IMRAD is an acronym referring to specific parts of the research that should be presented. So usually IMRAD is only focused on the four major parts of your study, which is number one, letter I refers to introduction. Letter M refers to the methodology. Letter R are for the results. Letter A only refers to end. And letter D is discussion. So again, IMRAD are specific parts of your study that should be presented, specifically the introduction, the methodology, the results, and the discussion. Now, in order to better understand the IMRAD format, I will be sharing an actual study that we have created together with other researchers, which is reflected in your screen right now. The title of the study in IMRAD format is Assessing the CGELA's Learners' Well-Being Towards the Development of an Inclusive Self-Care Model. So CGELA is a specific college in Arellano University that refers to the College of General Education and Liberal Arts. So this particular study will evaluate the well-being. There are specific dimensions of well-being that will be presented later on towards the development or towards the creation of an inclusive self-care model. So that will be the goal and objective of this particular study to assess and evaluate the well-being of the learners under CGELA and create an inclusive self-care model. The reason why I'm presenting this to you is that these two areas that I mentioned should be reflected, should be seen in the study later on. Okay, so there should be an assessment and there should be an output, which is the inclusive self-care model. The first part of this study that utilized the IMRAD format is the research abstract. The research abstract should contain the goal or direction of the study, the method used in your study, the findings of your study, the recommendation of your study, and the keywords that were utilized in your study. So all of this should be summarized in this particular part of your study if you're going to utilize the IMRAD format. So in this particular abstract, we will be identifying the goal or objective of the study, which is already in the first part. The objective of the study is to assess or evaluate the following domains: the physical, emotional, cognitive, economic, and social well-being of the learners of CGELA. So we have already established that first part, which is the goal or objective of the study. And then the method used in this study is quantitative, descriptive quantitative design. Okay, and then after that, the tool used in the study is also mentioned in the abstract. And then after that, the findings of the study. So one of these finding are the following. One of the findings of the study is that the learner's physical well-being is regarded as occasional, and then another is with regard to the financial well-being of the learners. Nevertheless, in this part, the survey also unveiled alarming concerns regarding economic well-being, indicating that the students are often confronted with financial challenges. So, as I mentioned earlier, this underscores apparent financial hardships of the learners, and there is a need to conduct further study on this particular area of this study. So this underscores and calls for additional investigation into the factors, the reason contributing to these financial difficulties. The study made the following recommendations. So again, the abstract should contain the recommendations of your study summarized, the summarized recommendation of your study to encourage cognitive, affective, and social wellness strategies for the learners to be able to cope up with the following difficulties. Okay, and then the last part of the abstract are the keywords. So in this case, the words that are unfamiliar, the words that are technical, should be included in your keywords. So this should not be just any word that you choose to use as part of the keywords. This should be the terms that usually uh, rise up and are commonly encountered in reading or writing the research paper. The next part of this study is the introduction. So, when writing the introduction using the IMRAD format, there are concepts that should be recalled and reviewed. Okay, so I will be writing these concepts during our discussion. The first one is that every time you write the introduction, this specific part of your study, you always have to follow the deductive method of writing the introduction. So when we talk about deductive, this is a paragraph development that starts from a general discussion down to the specific discussion. So when we talk about the general discussion, this could include the argument. When we talk about deductive, you should include the argument of your study, the argument of the study, meaning that you should present the reason why there is a need to conduct a study. And then aside from that, there should also be citations should also be included in writing this part of your study. So argument, citations, and then aside from that, included are also the goal, the direction of your study, the goal or the objective of the study. So these should be uh, placed in mind when writing the introduction of the study. Again, when we talk about deductive, as mentioned earlier, this should be from general to specific. When we reach the part where the discussion should be specific, this part should already be relevant or related to the specific goal or objective of your study, which is focused on the CGELA learners. So this is what we need to see in this part of your study. So if we're going to again dissect and look at the sample introduction, we will see that it started with the concept of learners holistic development. Learners holistic development. So this is a concept wherein there are specific elements for a student to be able to learn. And this is the domains that were used in this study. So what are these domains when we talk about learners holistic development? So this is the physical domain, the cognitive domain, emotional, financial, and social welfare. All of these domains should be checked in order to assure that there is a holistic development in the learning of the students. So again, this is just a concept presenting that learners should be able to absorb knowledge holistically using the following domains. So that is the interpretation or the simple interpretation of the first sentence. The second part, the second sentence, students of CGELA of Arellano University faces several obstacles. So this is already presenting the context of the study, which takes place on this particular university and the obstacles that are facing the learners of this university and experiences that impact their overall well-being as students. So these includes the overall these experiences include academic pressure, financial restraints, social ties, personal health, which is also again related to the domains that were mentioned earlier. So this already presents an argument that holistic development or learners' holistic development is significant and important, and there should be a study wherein the evaluation and assessment of the status of the holistic development of the students of CGELA should be checked. Okay, again, this already checks our list. The argument of the study is supposed to be present in the writing of the introduction. So, on this particular part, this study aims to evaluate the well-being of CGELA learners. Again, but going back to our checklist, the goal is already presented in the introduction. The next part of the introduction, as mentioned earlier, should contain the citations used in the writing of the introduction. So if we're going to look at the remaining part of the introduction, we can see that there are two citations that were used, which is from Torres and Madera 2023, and the other one is from Arul Raja and Harun in 2000. Again, the content of this discussion should follow the concept of deductive method, which is discussing it from general to specific and eventually ending up with the specific setting and context of the study, which is what we are supposed to see on the last paragraph of the introduction, which is correct. The setting or the context of the study is on the CGELA or College of General Education and Liberal Arts of this specific university, and the objective and goal of the study is presented on the last part of the study, which again follows the concept of deductive method or presenting the discussion using deductive method. The next part of the study that utilized the IMRAD format is the methodology. So aside from the method or the research design used in the conduct of the study, there are other elements that should be included under the research methodology. So if we're going to go through the content of the methodology, the first part, the purpose of the study establishes the direction, the goal, or the objective of the study. So the purpose of the study was to describe the well-being of, again, part of the discussion in methodology is the presentation of the respondents and the setting of the story, the setting of the study, which is the CGELA department and the university where it was conducted. Then comes the method used in the study. Descriptive quantitative research design was employed in this study. Another part or element that was included in the methodology is the tool. The tool used is a structured survey questionnaire which is adopted. In this case, this tool is a standardized instrument which was created and developed by Torres and Madera. The protocol in using a standardized tool created and developed by other researchers is that you have to ask permission. So in this case, the proper permission or request to use the instrument was accomplished. Part of the writing of the methodology of your study will be the presentation of the table or the scale that you used in interpreting the result of your study. So in this case, the table starts with this part. The results of the study were rated and interpreted as follows using the following rating scale. So number 5 is almost always, and so on and so forth. Number 4 is often, number 3 is sometimes, number 2 is almost never, and number 1 is never. So the scale and the interval and the verbal interpretation is presented on this part. So again, this particular table that interprets the result of your study should also be included in the discussion of the method of the. Okay, after presenting the verbal interpretation table, the tables that were used in order to present the findings of this study will now be included in what we call the results and discussion of the study that utilized the IMRAD format. So for the results and discussion, we will be presenting the first table, which is labeled as table 2 because the interpretation or the verbal interpretation is labeled as table 1. So for this particular table, this presents the perception of learners' physical well-being, which is the first domain, the physical well-being. As we recall earlier, there are several domains. So for this particular study, there are 7 tables that were presented, including the verbal interpretation, which is assigned to table 1. So again, this is the first domain, the physical well-being. And then immediately after the presentation of the results for this particular domain, the lower part, the immediate part that should follow is the interpretation of the table. So what does these figures mean and how are they related to the verbal interpretation? So this is what is being discussed immediately after the presentation of the table. So again, this is the third table, perception of learners on their affective well-being. This is affective. This is the second area. So again, immediately after the table will be the interpretation of the table. The third will be the cognitive well-being. So this is the third. Okay, the third is the cognitive well-being. And then again, immediately after the table will be the interpretation. The next one is the economic well-being. Economic well-being. And then after that, the interpretation for that table. And then after that, you have the social well-being. And then the last table, if I'm not mistaken, is the overall perception of learners on well-being. Okay? So again, immediately after the table, this is already a summary of all of the domains, which is these are the variables: physical, affective, cognitive, economic, and social. So we have 5 domains. Okay. So again, the lower part will be the interpretation of the table that was presented, which is table 7. The next part of the study is the presentation of the conclusion and recommendation of the study. So it is direct to the point. You present what you have concluded based from the findings of the study. Again, uh, the tip that I can advise to you is that when you start to formulate your conclusion, make sure that it is a statement. That is why it's called a conclusion, a statement based on the findings of your study. So the findings of the study are presented in these tables. So what can you conclude based on those tables? And then after that, the recommendation should be based from the conclusions and the findings of your study. So that is what is supposed to be expected under the conclusion and recommendation of your study. So again, the next part, which is the presentation of the proposed self-care model based on the findings of the of the study, is a diagram, which is considered as the output of this study. So this study is considered as an action research wherein there is a specific output that is expected from this study aside from the recommendation. So a study that is beyond the recommendation or goes beyond the recommendation and produces a plan, a framework, an intervention program is classified as an action research. So in this case, this particular self-care model is the output of the study. So this is based on what was identified in the study that was conducted. Okay, and then the last part of the study This is the discussion of the self-care model. And then the last part are the reference that was used in your study. So basically, there should be sufficient number of references that should support your discussion of the study. So I will not be giving any specific number of references, but the only thing that you need to remember is that the references should be sufficient to support the discussion of your study. So basically, we will be ending our discussion here. This is what is expected if you will be utilizing your IMRAD format using this specific sample that we have created. So thank you very much, everyone. And again, this is Doc Ed Padama. If you have any questions with regard to research writing, write it on the comment section below this video. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Doc Ed Padama. Click the like button and share this video. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. I will see you on our next video. Goodbye.